Absolute wealth. Real investors, real results.
Hey everybody, this is John Carter. Let's take a look at tonight's update, which we're going to focus on options because tomorrow is monthly options expiration. So what we got is here we're looking at Apple on a 39-minute chart and Apple on a 5-minute chart. Okay, so on the 39-minute chart, you can see that we came down to the 484 voodoo level, held to a T, and then came back up to almost touch that tree line again, which is such an important level. And now what we're looking at doing is, in a perfect world, let's see if we can close at $500. Now you can see you got a skyline here at 501.75, and of course here's the $500 strike. And you can see after hours we're actually down. We closed at like 502 something, and now we're down a little bit after hours. All right, so why am I so intrigued with Apple and $500? Well, there's two main reasons. The first one is that at the $500 strike, you have a huge open interest. Okay, 36,000 contracts of open interest on the put side and 32,000 contracts of open interest on the call side. Those combined are way more than any of these other levels. Okay, so you can look at 495, wow, 6,000 contracts. Or over here, the 505s, 12,000 contracts. And what tends to happen is during options expiration is that these big liquid stocks that are NASDAQ stocks, which are easily manipulated, will gravitate towards a strike with overwhelmingly high interest. Okay, so how do we take advantage of this? And what I did is just do it by doing a butterfly. Okay, now butterflies are exciting trades because they're low risk, high reward trades. The problem is they're low probability, except during this unique moment in time, during monthly expiration, when you get moments like this. Okay, so the first butterfly I have on here is where I sold the $500 calls, okay, and then I got the 495s, and then the 505s, okay? So that's one play. The next play is this one. I tried to get the same position on the put side, but I only got filled on about a third of it, okay? And then I also did a call credit spread, which I wish I would have done more of. So I got 3 trades on. The butterfly, though, being the big one, and how this works is that, you come over here and say, all right, I want to buy a butterfly, and you can see here, well, I'll just do the same amount that I have there. You can see that at this point it's $1.11. If you confirm and send, you can see the risk reward is pretty nice even right now. In this case, with 100 contracts, you're risking $11,000 to make almost $40,000. Now, when we put on this trade, it actually only costs 43-cent debit, which means on 100 contracts it only costs $4,300, and that's your max risk. And then your max, it also leaves more room for profit because 11,100 minus 4,300, that leaves that extra money actually goes into the profit side, so it kicks it up to about 45K. So it's, again, and the risk reward is fantastic. It's just that the reason butterflies don't work a lot of the times is because it's so rare that a stock is going to close at expiration right at that level. Okay, but this is, again, one of those unique times that it can do that. So how do we manage this trade? Well, what you got to do is tomorrow, if you're in this trade, is you want to be very, of course, conscious of that $500 strike. Okay, and then you're going to have the other strikes here. You're going to have 495, 505. So the $500 strike is obviously the biggie. Okay, and then you got the 495 down here, and then you got the 505. In a perfect world, what happens is Apple, opens around $500 and stays within about 2 points to the downside, 2 points to the upside, and just kind of keeps getting pushed back and forth, and then closes at $500. If it does that, we get our max profit on the butterfly, and the profit on the butterfly will look like this. If this is about 8:30 in the morning and this is 3 o'clock Central, the profit on the butterfly will accelerate about like this. You're going to start off in the morning with a profit because of theta decay, and it'll kind of, as the day progresses, you get this, and then max profit would happen right at the 3 o'clock close if we're right at $500. Okay. Now the thing is, you can actually take profit. You're actually going to make money in between about $496 and $504. It's just making max profit. Okay, so that's how we're going to manage it for tomorrow. Now, if you'd like to see this trade unfold in real time, tomorrow you can just go to simpleroptions.com/videos, and we'll do a follow-up video for this to show you like how to do this live. We actually will manage this trade live and all that kind of fun stuff. just to show you how to manage a butterfly live on options expiration day. Now, there is another opportunity for tomorrow, and that's Google. Google, depending on where it opens, actually, to me, has a decent probability of going to 700. And you can see 6,000 contracts, and there's really not a ton of open interest at other near contracts. So you come over here and you can do buy a butterfly, and you can see right now you can get it for 43 cents and 10, 20, you do it at 10 contracts. And you can see essentially if you can get it for 430 bucks, that's your max loss, that's your debit. Max gain would be $4,570, and you'd manage it just like I talked about on the Apple trade. Okay. Now, one question is people ask, does it matter, John, if we do this on the put side or the call side? And believe it or not, it doesn't. So let's come over here. You would think that it'd be way different, right? So buy butterfly, 30-cent debit. It's actually cheaper. You actually get more bang for your buck on the call side. You risk 300 to get 4,700. Okay, so they're usually very close. But the ultimate debit that you pay has nothing to do with these at-the-money strikes that you're selling. It has to do with the whole combination, the whole package there. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Tomorrow, Friday, options expiration should be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys there. For those of you that are in the Simpler Options trading room, have a great evening, and we'll see you at the next update.